Life has existed on this planet for over eons, but so has this creature. This is a Gallimimus, and as you can see, Gallimimuses are quite a strange version of a dinosaur. Gallimimuses, which in English translates to chicken mimics because of their chicken-like builds, they are quite curious creatures with long necks, short stubby heads, and quite powerful legs. And because of these legs, the creatures have the ability to run at significant speeds up to 30 miles per hour, and giving these creatures the edge when it comes to speed. However, it does not matter, since sadly predators do figure out ways to hunt them. But today we're going to be taking a closer look at these elusive creatures and seeing what kind of behaviors goes out throughout their lives. The first thing you will notice is the color. The color of a male Gallimimus is usually green with blue-like stripes, which also helps him to camouflage with his current environment. But the most common is when the males are usually yellow with brown stripes, which as you can see right here. Females, however, are typically brown in color with darker brown as stripes and tan underbellies. As well, they also come in lighter brown colors with less of their underbellies also colored. The reason why these males need such bright colors is to basically not just intimidate their foes that choose to threaten them, but also as a way to attract females. The male shows off his bright stripes. The male begins twirling, as Gallimimuses are impressed by this. Seeing that he is a worthy mate, the female accepts him. However, this male is not the only one, seeing as sometimes Gallimimuses will live in huge herds containing mostly females but loose pockets of males, and the males usually would have neutral respect for each other, but when they're alpha, they draw the line when they do this. This male is getting the attention of one of the alpha's females. As you can see, she's already taking a liking to this new male. The male is clearly trying to impress her with his bright colors. A fight ensues. Whenever a fight ensues between two males, they would usually peck at each other with their beak-like mouths, or they would sometimes scratch each other with their huge claws. Or the most vicious ones will lash out the opponent with their tail. Scared off, the younger male submits to the power of the current alpha. As you can see, Gallimimuses, they do produce eggs, since they are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are ovigerous. There are two different ways of how animals give birth: non-ovigerous and ovigerous. Ovigerous does this: they produce eggs, which will contain the embryos and grow them to full size until they come out. Whilst if they are non-ovigerous, they would simply have live birth. But sadly, this means the eggs are a prime target for predators, and sadly this female is not so lucky today. A Morse intrepidus is already eyeing on her eggs, and it goes over to snatch them. Armed with deadly sharp teeth and claws, this Morse intrepidus could easily kill and snuff out the life of this female if she dares to try and fight back. But Gallimimuses are not complete cowards. As you can see, she is very protective over the eggs. She tries to peck at it with her duck-like bill. But the Morse intrepidus is clamped on. As you can see, Gallimimuses have really sharp toenails, which actually gores into their enemies' sides, and also have very powerful feet, which allows them to kick their enemies almost to death. The Morse intrepidus is furious, but badly bruised. The female continues clutching her eggs. When females are nest-bound, they will not tolerate any other females or other males in the local area except for the alpha male. The reason why these females are so protective is because, well, it's simple, of parents' instincts. If these females were to come close, then this female would become very agitated, and the male, of course, would obviously let her have the fight. But what happens when we up the ante on the predator's size? This is a T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex was a giant killer, capable of killing even the biggest terrestrial creatures at its time, and a Gallimimus is no problem. Though, the T-Rex has one disadvantage. As you can see, the T-Rex is built for more pouncing and strangling its prey. Gallimimuses, however, are built for speed and swift agility, meaning the T-Rex is going to have its claws full whenever it tries to catch all of them. All the more, the T-Rex decides to attack. When a Gallimimus hears or spots or smells a predator nearby, they would instantly let out a shriek warning call, allowing the others to run. The chase ensues. However, being much more agile than the T-Rex quickly falls behind. It seems like the Gallimimuses have won again. The T-Rex decides to retreat, since these Gallimimuses are too hard to catch. Now the Gallimimuses return to the same area they just fled from earlier, and just go about their day. Despite the reputation these creatures get of being nothing more than coward-like dinosaurs that run from the slightest danger, sometimes Gallimimuses are more mighty than that, but not only that, they are quite magnificent creatures. And that is why we will always find a special place in our hearts for these things.